FT8. For those of you who have pan adapter radios, this is my pan adapter. And when you work FT8, you tune to a standard watering hole. And 7074, which you see over towards the right, is the standard watering hole for FT8. And 7048, which you see, over on the left, you see some signals. That's the FT4 watering hole. But hey, what's this? It's 7056 or 7 or something. You see a bunch of signals rising and falling all together. That's the characteristic signature of FT8 signals outside the regular watering hole. All right, what that typically means is that there's a DX station or some other station who anticipates generating a pileup working outside of the regular FT8 watering hole frequency and obviously attracting some attention. Now, another thing you'll see if it's a fox-hound thing is the fox, that is the station, the DX station, is transmitting on alternate periods. So you'll see one period that looks like that with a zillion callers, and then you'll see one period where there's only a little bit of activity from the fox, and then another display that looks like this. Well, I saw this a week ago, and it turned out that it was 4U1UN, the UN headquarters, working the fox-hound mode. But if you have a pan adapter radio, which I do, and on my radio I can run 4 of these guys at once, so I can easily take a look at the band and see what's going on, and if there's a fox-hound thing happening, it's easy to spot. For those of you who've worked FT8 but not fox-hound, well, let me first of all show you what it looks like in the FT8 software. Now, it turned out that I could hear 4U1UN, but I could hear almost nobody who was calling him when I was on. So I just saw alternate periods with this heavy signal under 500 hertz, and then or one or more signals, and then not much, because for some reason, the propagation was such that whoever was calling him wasn't wasn't coming through at the time. You notice there's 1, 2, and then 3 signals over here on the left. The fox can transmit to multiple stations at the same time, and you see that down here in the band activity window. Look at the one with the bottom 3 lines. Let's see, this is a different station. This is VP5D. VP5D called CQ and said 73 to 2 other stations in the latest time period. So he was transmitting 3 signals. FT8 fox-hound is the easiest way to try to get through a pileup because it's all automated. All you do is take a look at the other signals in the period where the hounds are transmitting, try to find an open frequency, click on that frequency, press the Enable TX button, and sit back and wait for it to happen. It will automatically call CQ until the fox answers. And then when the fox answers, what it does is automatically change your transmit frequency to the frequency that the fox called you on for you to answer. And then the fox sends Roger, Roger 73, and that's the end of the contact. It's all automated on your end. You just pick a frequency, sit back, and see if it happens. If it doesn't happen, maybe you pick another frequency and try again. And if it still doesn't happen, well, maybe it's just not your night. You need to see if you see the fox at another time. The fox, on the other hand, is also automated. He's just hearing stations and telling the software, okay, go ahead and work, you know, AK4AO in my case. And then AK4 goes in the queue, and when the software can get around to it, work through the other stations ahead, it'll call AK4AO and try to complete a queue cell. And all the fox has to do is, you know, sit back and add things to the queue as they come in. So it's much, much different. There's no strategy of, like you have in CW, of trying to figure out where the DX station is tuning and where you want to transmit on and so on. That just doesn't come into play here. Just briefly, how to work him in the software, because it's a little different from regular FT8. First thing is, can you hear the fox? And sometimes you can only hear the hounds. Well, then it's not your night, of course. You have to put the software in the fox hound mode and tell it that you're a hound. And then the fox calls always below 500 hertz, or sometimes they go a little bit above, but below 1K. Hounds pick a frequency above 1K that looks like it's open and push the go button, and that's it. And hope that the fox will call you and the software will exchange the signal report, and you'll hear 73. So very easy mode. I worked almost only the FT8 to get my 120 for the DXCC challenge last year.